Greetings YouTube, Marvin 4 here with another episode of Great American Survival. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Schrade Magic Assist SCH911. It is designed as a first responders tactical knife. It's a really cool knife. I've really enjoyed checking this knife out. As you see here, we have some I've got some seat belts I'm going to cut to see how well it cuts. One of the perks of working for a Ford dealership. But there's a lot of details to this knife that this knife does do well. I really like. As you see here, the knife is really cool. It's got a 3.4 inch blade, and it's made of 4034 stainless steel. And the finish is kind of a bead blasted finish. It's got like little nylon scales, handles. It does have a really cool little pocket wrench, little wrench opening here, which is designed for oxygen tanks. It's for opening the valves, which is why it's, the little cutout that it is. Okay, so you can see it. You see it there? It's pretty cool. I like that. It's got a glass breaker. I did a demo. I broke a couple different pieces of glass. I actually broke a piece of police grade safety glass of a door glass, and then I broke a back glass out of from a Ford Explorer. So we did both. The other is police grade glass from a police Charger, and we'll show you those here in a minute too. All right, first I'm going to break the glass here on this Dodge Charger. This is police safety glass. It's solid stuff. The next is going to be a Ford Explorer back hatch glass for the back hatch. It offers like no resistance. I mean, it's just the finger lock destroys it. And it's also how the actuator when it's closed. Nice assist. You can do the release. The release is here. You're going to close the release. You can either do it with your finger and press it open, and it's got a little thumb switch here, which is a lock once it's open, or when it's closed to keep it from coming open in your pocket, which is really nice. Good knife, really nice blade. It's got a blunt tip, so you could use it as a pry tool. It does have a little bit of an edge, but not a sharp edge. It's, flat, but it's, there. It has a knife blade here, and then it's got a serrated knife edge here. The serrations are really nice. I cut the seat belt here with this blade to prepare it for me to be able to do this demonstration, and it cut it effortlessly. Does really good. The seat belt cutter flips open there. This was probably the only hang up I didn't like about it is I wish it was a little longer. I wish it had a little bit more of a tip like so, just to give you in emergency, just to give you a little more to get a hold of something, as you see from a seatbelt, just something a little more, give you a little better purchase, I guess, on the seatbelt. But it works really well. I was really impressed with it. There's the palm handles, palm handle release works really well, and like I said, it is a liner. It has a lock also, so you can't even get it closed even if you wanted to. And also when you're carrying it and you have it locked, it won't open. So, because it is a tip-up blade pocket clip, so when it's in your pocket, when you clip, the tip is pointing up, so it will open out. If you didn't have it locked, it would open like this in your pocket. Then you'd have a hard time getting it out of your pocket. So that's why it has a lock, which is really cool. There's a couple other things about it that's really cool. It does have some chimping on the blade back here when it's open. That comes in handy. And then it also has some on the back of the knife, which all line up really well. It gives it a good feel in your hand, really nice. It feels good. There's a lot of things about this knife I like. Like I said, the only thing I didn't like was this. And it works great. It cuts and it does its job. Only thing I didn't like is I thought it should have a little more. But it does its job. As you'll see here in a second, we'll show you. You see here, we're going to first do a cut. We're just going to use the blade. We're just going to place it right through here. I mean, very effortless, and you can see by the cut, it is very sharp. Very easy to cut. Nothing to it. I mean, there is nothing, no resistance in that blade. I mean, that blade cuts like it's butter. This is the seatbelt cutter. You're going to hold effortless. I mean, it's really, I mean, that's as good as it comes, guys. If you were, I like this knife as an everyday carry knife, and I'll probably start using it as my everyday carry. People sit there and go, I don't plan on being involved in anything like that. You don't plan on being in your car. You don't plan on being locked up, you know, getting in a car wreck. I work on cars every day. I see seatbelts deploy, and I see seatbelt buckles lock where you can't get out of your car. It's not necessarily a life or death situation all the time, but when your airbags deploy and your seatbelt locks up, you still can't get out of your car. I mean, it's a scary situation, whether your car's on fire or you're submerged in a lake. Your seatbelt buckles are doing their job. Their job is to safely contain you in the vehicle, and sometimes that means sometimes they won't let go. It does happen. You know, it's just the way they're made. You can't sit there and expect something to grab you that hard and not eventually not want to let go. These things work really, really well. This is a really nice everyday carry. This is a really good, this is a more purposeful everyday carry than most knives that people carry. Other than my little Swiss Army knife that I carry, it has a lot of little tools on it, but this still is just, it's a great knife. I mean, it really is. I think I found it for $43 on Amazon. Not bad, not bad. My only other comparison is I have a couple other knives, but they are probably a $30 price point higher than this. They, you know, yeah, they have a different, you know, steel, but when you're comparing price, also when you're dealing with something like this, when you're in an accident and you use a knife like this, you have a tendency to not hold on to it. You have a tendency to let go. After you get that seatbelt loose, if you're submerged in water and you're trying to get out of your vehicle, people have a tendency to let go of that knife. They're not going to keep it. So it ends up in the bottom of a river, in the bottom of a lake. You never know. But it's a great knife, guys. I mean, it really is. I hope everybody likes it. If you're new to our channel, I try to do one of these every week. You can subscribe right over here in this corner. Hope you'll subscribe and check us out some more. I'm going to try and do a lot more knife reviews. I'm going to try and do a lot less box reviews. I do have a lot of boxes. I do still get my boxes. I'm still going to do my boxes, but I have a couple of them that I've cut loose. So these are the ones I'm going to still do. I have a bunch of knives I've received recently and I've purchased. So I'm gonna do some reviews on them. I've got another a lot coming up. So stay tuned. Tune in the same time next week, and we'll give you another episode. And I hope you enjoy. This is Marvin Ford with Great American Survival saying, these are tools. Tools are only as good. They're only good if you know how to use them. Okay? This is a tool. You need to understand how to use it. Along those lines of defense, I recommend that people get involved in a self-defense course. Anything, any type of martial art, something. If you don't know how to fight and you don't know how to defend yourself, take some type of course. Anything's better than nothing. Learn how to punch, how to kick properly, how to defend yourself. Our world that we live in is chaotic right now. Being a victim is a day-to-day thing. You can't control where you're going to be attacked. This is an emergency knife. This is not necessarily a combat knife, but it is an emergency knife. Protect yourself, people. Get out there. I've been doing martial arts since I was 12 years old. I've studied Kempo Karate. I've studied Taekwondo. I've also studied Aikido and Hapkido. There's a lot of things that come with time. Self-defense is a great thing. It gives you a lot of self-confidence, but also it helps you save people's lives. Helps you just understand things. Helps you be more aware of your surroundings. Okay? Hope everybody's having a great week. I'll probably have to edit all this crap out. And we'll talk to you later.